review a history book. Historia de Cuba. Una guía fascinante de la historia de Cuba desde la llegada de Cristóbal Colón a Fidel Castro. And beyond Fidel Castro, actually. You know, since Castro, there have been a few different happenings. The description of this book is a little misleading. It's only 118 pages. Overall impression, I enjoyed this book from beginning to end more than I thought I would. Really, I did. It is a general overview of Cuban history. I don't know Cuban history from, I learned it in this book. Habana, La Habana Perdida. I read a little bit in here and there. I read another book about Cuba before. So I don't know if it was biased, and it's just a great little history book, I think. This book encompasses pretty much all we know about Cuban history, pre-colonial, or what we know of pre-colonial, colonial, post-colonial, all the way up to modern day. Positives, condensed history, easy to read. I read this in Spanish and was able to get through it without any difficulty, so that says a lot about the easy writing style. And it makes me more interested in Cuban history. A lot about Cuban history, to be honest. What is it, the age of piracy? I would say of piracy, the age of pirateria. Some of that stuff was interesting. Let's see, negatives. It seems like some important things were skipped over. See, I don't remember. I said it seems like some important things were skipped over while others had a lot of detail, but that is probably to be expected in a history book with only 118 pages. So what was skipped over? How do I even know enough about Cuban history to know if something was skipped over? Maybe it was the thing where people in the embassy were having symptoms recently, and then like we put some restrictions on Cuba a little bit after that, but then it's like, well, what happened there? We don't really know. Maybe that's why they breezed over it, because we don't know what happened there. Too many things I want to look into. I can't think of any other negatives. Taino, tobacco, the arrival of Columbus, slavery, Spanish rule, revolts and uprisings, piracy, sugar, freedom from slavery, and eventually Spanish rule, the intervention of the U.S. influence in the economy and way of life, Batista, corruption, along with Batista's leadership, the mafia and casinos, Fidel's rise to power, Russia and communism, Bay of Pigs, Angola, and other conflicts that Cuba was involved in randomly. Severe hardships for Cuba in the 90s. Fidel got sick and Raul took over. Fidel passed away and relations seemed on the mend between the U.S. and Cuba. The embargo situation between the U.S. and Cuba, kind of Havana syndrome, and then current situations seem good, but there's a hint of maybe something weird, but relations seem good. I will read more history books by Captivating History. Condensed history, easy language, easy to read, easy to understand. I like it, and way more interesting from beginning to end than I thought it would be. I like it and I recommend it.